Hi. So I wanted to give you some idea around what to do for this assignment for your Rear Window response. So what I suggest you first do is watch the movie, of course, and think around some of the concepts that I told you in your video to think about: representation, gaze, voyeurism, phallocentrism, but also write down the plot, what's actually happening. And you can, of course, even look online in regards to what a synopsis and summary is. That will not be enough for your assignment, but it can give you some idea. And jot down some notes around some of the main characters. So such as Albie Jeffrey, such as Lisa Fremont, Stella, Lars, maybe Miss Lonely Hearts, maybe some of the other smaller characters too, to see how they can fit into your rewrite. So once you've done that, once you've written out the plot and maybe had some idea of these different concepts and how they are enacted in the film, surveillance, etc., then what could be useful is kind of creating a chart, a compare and contrast chart. So you have all the main characters of the film, or maybe even some secondary characters, some ideas around how the notion of surveillance is being acted out by certain characters in certain scenes, where the location takes place, inside, in the building, in the foyer, in New York City. And then think about 2020. What's happening today? So many things. And you can choose, right? You can choose to have many different things of 2020 or focus in on one. You can focus in on the COVID context in Quebec. You can focus on police brutality against Black people. Think about the different fires that are happening in California, that happen in Australia. Think about environmental destruction, all of these kinds of things, or the ways in which surveillance online, right? We're being surveyed more and more through Facebook and other social media. So think about what kind of aspect of 2020 you want to focus on, and then see how you can kind of exchange the film and all the different components in how it would fit in today. So your main character maybe is somebody else, could be somebody famous, or it could be just a character that you create. It's really up to you. And see how those characters and those locations kind of transpose into today, and then kind of rewrite the synopsis plot summary. So you can read plot summaries on Wikipedia or other websites around Rear Window, and you can see how they're written, and you can sort of use a similar format into writing out for today. Of course, try to have some of your own writing style. And I want you to, of course, include some of the concepts we've been learning. So in relationship to surveillance, maybe you don't necessarily use the word phallocentrism because it doesn't fit in to your description, but I should understand and see that you understand the concept in the way that you explain things, right? And that goes for if you're dealing with race or environmental issues around representation. So using appropriate language. And when I say remix the title, it's called Rear Window. What would it be called in 2020? So again, really thinking about the film and thinking about today's context. So it should be kind of fun. And try to use at least one other scholarly source to help. So if it's around environmental issues, trying to find a source that talks about environmental destruction or police brutality or COVID. Lots of things there. So I'll be around to answer sort of more questions, but I think maybe that will help you get a sense of the film first, what's going on, what are the major themes, and see how those themes can sort of be transposed into today, and how would that look like? Because this film is from 1954. Because there is a lot of similarities to what can happen. So I wish you good luck. I hope you have fun with it. You have about 500 to 750 words, but if you need more, no more than 1,000 or so, I'm totally fine with it. The more fun you have with this, the better, to kind of explore contemporary context and seeing how this film, which I just love, 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 stands up the test of time. Okay, so take care and good luck.